Hi, Kylie. I'm Ashley with Ashley and Co. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we just watched the movie last night. Loved it. I love cats, so I mean, naturally, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So I have to ask though, are you a cat person or a dog person?
I would say team dog because you can
Okay.
walk with you can walk with them to the park and like play fetch, and they're so energetic all the time too.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I have two cats and a dog, so I mean, I guess I'm team both. So your character is super cute. My gosh, I love her.
Thank
So how
you.
did you feel when you first saw her on screen, fully animated, kicking butt?
Well, sometimes I saw like bits and pieces of the animation draft, and it was like the first time I got to see but it was like the draft part, so it wasn't really the fully one. So when I watched it, I was blown away. It was not the same as anything as I thought it was, and it was so cool. Yeah, I really love. I think I portrayed my character pretty good, I think.
I'd say so.
Thank you.
So what was it like with the doing the voice recording? Were you able to go to the studio at all? Did you have to set up in like a dark, dusty closet?
I recorded at home and at the studio. At the home recording, the studio sent me lots of recording equipment, which my mom and dad helped me set up. And since we just moved to a new apartment, we didn't know exactly where to put my voiceover booth. So we just decided to put it in my room, and I had to wear a blanket over my head for a few hours. And for what during the recording, I used those equipment while getting directions via Zoom for my voiceover acting. And I'm so glad that we had technology, especially during COVID. And it was definitely a silver lining.
That's good. But it got really hot under those blankets.
Yeah.
Like
I
having
was like,
to
oh my God, they gave me a break.
That's good. Did you get to meet anybody else from the film when you went to the studio, or was it just like the directors and stuff?
Um, well, at the studio, it was still from Zoom.
Hmm.
So yeah, I didn't really get to meet, but at the premiere, I finally met them, and they were so nice.
Oh, that's great. So I love that your character, I figured from the beginning, I'm like, this girl is going to be a samurai. She has to be a samurai. She knows way more than everybody else. So naturally, so I love that ending for her. Did you find that you related to her at all?
Yes, we're both like small fighters, fierce, a little bit mischievous and fun, but she's a bit more braver than me because sometimes I get scared or nervous when I'm doing something I'm not used to, like right now, this interview.
Well, you're doing great. You're like
Thank you.
literally so professional. Like, I love it. All right, I know it's an animated movie, but if it was a real set and you could take something home, what would it be and why?
Probably her sword or kimono or something.
That would be awesome. I'd probably take the sword too. So we also watched you in Better Nate Than Ever, which you were great in. Love my kids were like, oh my gosh, that voice sounds so familiar. And I'm like, it's because she was in my mother movie. So congrats on that. It's been like a busy year for you.
Yeah.
So you've done live action, you've done voiceover. Do you have a preference between the two?
No, not really, because both of them are so fun to do. And but voiceover acting, it's like interesting and it's different because like you have to learn how to isolate your voice while conveying messages and story through just your voice. And while acting, you show your face. Yeah, but it's still different, but it's just so fun to do.
Do you think one is harder than the other?
um Maybe voiceover because you can't really show the face and you just have to do your voice.
Yeah, that sounds fair. And I feel like with voiceover, you probably have to do maybe even a lot more takes
Yeah,
because you're just trying to
yeah,
get that right
yeah.
voice for a part. So where will we see you next?
Right now, I'm like learning new skills and taking classes. I'm working on new languages, instruments, and martial arts. But I can't wait
Okay.
for what the future takes me.
So that's awesome. You're like, yeah, instruments and martial arts. Like, that's awesome. What was your favorite part of either making the movie or just your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite part of the movie would be this sweet and heartwarming scene with Hank and Emiko, and they're playing with origami, and Emiko gives such a meaningful message to him, which encourages him to save the village.
Yes, she was definitely way more encouraging than Samuel L. Jackson's cat, who was very not so nice sometimes. So gosh, my last question is, what would be your dream project to work on?
Definitely an action movie, I think, because well, right now I'm learning stage combat, so it would be cool to use those techniques right now.
I mean, yeah, you're learning martial arts. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna be seeing you in some action movies in the future. Got it. I'm super excited about that. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.